Welcome back on the show. It's time for a new segment for Kansas Sports Chatter. And when I first launched the show, there was always an idea to lean heavily on the entertainment side of things, and also to incorporate as many people as possible that make sports at the high school level in the state just so special. So the obvious things, I was going to get, coaches, we're going to get players to come on the show. We were going to get media personalities, officials, administrators, you name it. But you also realize it's the communities that make high school sports so special here in Kansas. So that's where our next segment is going right now. And Andrew Epp joins us. And for you, you're part of the radio broadcast crew for Buhler High School, also a former college classmate at Fort Hays State University. So we got a clip here that I want to play. But for you, how'd you get a part of the radio broadcast for Buhler?
Wow. So it's a good question. It was probably 10 or 12 years since I had done anything with broadcasting, and I kind of was working other jobs. My wife actually suggested it, Taisha Epp, when Isaiah was a 7th grader. That was the first year that we were trying to figure out what to do with all the COVID restrictions. And since there was 2 parent or 2 spectator maximum on who could come to the games, and Isaiah's dad, obviously, he lives in Newton. That's Jeremiah Heredia. He was going to want to come to the games. My wife was going to want to come to the games. My wife said, hey, why don't you see if you can broadcast the games for Prairie Hills? That's Buhler's middle school, if you don't know. And I said, well, I haven't done that for years, but I could give it a shot. So I talked to the administration at Buhler, and we worked out a plan. I started broadcasting all the football and basketball games for Prairie Hills, and I did that for 2 years. And then Chris Shank over at Ad Astra, a year later or so, said, hey, Coach Warner, the football coach at Buhler, he wants to see if you can do stats, and we'll put you on the radio for the football games. And then I talked to him about basketball too, and got with Aaron and Aaron West over at Ad Astra. And next thing you know, I'm back on the radio doing broadcasts for the school that I played at, the school that I love. So it's been awesome.
Nice. And so you were part of a radio broadcast last week. Buhler had a pretty entertaining finish against Hutchinson High School. And this is the call from Ad Astra Radio, 95.9 KWHK, Aaron West with the play-by-play. And then, obviously, like you said, yourself on the broadcast. And your stepson, had a pretty big moment. Let's watch this.
First miss at the stripe tonight. Hutch has been very good at the free throw line in this game. Jalen makes the second. 2-point game, 64-62. Asher to inbound. Go. Gets it off to Isaiah. 4 seconds. Isaiah pulls up for the win.
Yes, sir! Attaboy! Attaboy, Isaiah!
Wow! What a finish.
That's my kid. Let's go, Isaiah! Yes, sir!
Wow! Wow.
Glad I came back for that, boys.
That's an awesome call. We'll let that continue to play out. But I guess, first of all, seeing your stepson grab that ball toward those last few seconds, what was going through your head as he was just dribbling it up the court?
Well, actually, the first thought I had was, if I was Hutch, I would think, oh, no, Isaiah's got it right in the middle of the court with an open lane to pull up for 3. This is exactly what we didn't want. That was my first thought. So I thought we got a good look here. And after the game, Coach Tate came up on the radio to do his post-game interview with the radio guys. And he had said that was the drawn-up play from 2 plays before, but they fouled before the ball could get inbounded, and they just ran it again, and it worked to perfection. And that, when that kind of stuff happens, you got your kids bought in. The pass from Asher Zachary was perfect.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden that pull-up 3 wins the game against one of our biggest rivals, Hutch, on their home court. So that was pretty sweet. And there's a lot of kids on both sides that are just really good friends, grew up playing together. There's a lot of history. I didn't get to beat Hutch in varsity because we lost to him there my junior year. And then my senior year, they stopped playing the game for a while. So this is kind of extra sweet for me. They picked the rivalry back up a few years ago. Buhler hasn't beat Hutch for, I think, 4 years. And it's been, I think, 8 since they won, 8 or 7 since Buhler has won on Hutch's home court. So all of that together with it being my stepson, who I love. I watched him play basketball since I met his mom when he was 5, and he's had a basketball in his hand ever since then. And it's awesome to see something like this happen to a kid that's just grown up into such a great young man.
I thought you controlled yourself pretty well on the call, man. I thought it sounded pretty good.
Oh man. As soon as that happened, I thought, man, I jumped all over that, the play-by-play call. And I know, as a color guy, you're not supposed to do that, but sometimes that's just how it goes when it's as exciting of a play as it is. And, I apologized to the radio guys the next morning, and they both said, hey, that's all right. We understand. It's kind of makes it part of the story of how exciting that game goes.
Well, what did you say to Isaiah after the game? Like, what were those moments like?
Well, okay. So here's the thing about that. Usually, after the game, we do our whole post game, and then I have a full stat recap because I'm taking stats live during the game. But I also this year have started coaching the Victory Village Christian Academy girls basketball team. That's a boarding school out between Buhler and Burton. This night, however, I was in Newton for the Victory Village girls game that started at 6. So I missed the entirety of the Buhler girls game and just made it back to the Buhler boys game for the start of the 4th quarter. So I obviously didn't have a live stat update to give for everybody. I had to go back and do the stats later that night and get them out to the coaches and the players and everybody. But since I didn't have the stats right there in front of me, I told Aaron and Chris, hey, as soon as I saw Coach walk up, I said, well, the players are going to be coming up too. And since I don't have a stat update for you, I'm going to go find Isaiah and give him a big hug. So as soon as I saw him, I mean, it just really wasn't words. Me, his dad, and his mom, we all got our own separate hugs. I have a really good relationship with Jeremiah, Isaiah's dad. Like I said, he lives close by, and over the last however many years it's been since I've known Jeremiah and his family and my wife's family, obviously, it's been everybody in on the whole co-parenting thing, and it's just really good. So
see, that's what makes high school sports so cool. Hey, Andrew, appreciate the time. Hopefully you have some more buzzer beaters to call later on in the season.
I would take it if we didn't have any more buzzer beaters because we were winning every game by 10 or more. But, I like this. This is kind of what sports is all about. And really, like I said, a dream shot for the kid, but also very importantly, especially for me being a Buhler alum and Buhler basketball player myself, it's pretty cool for the team to come out and do some things they haven't been able to do for a while and see the moment of elation from the whole crowd and the whole community. I guess Isaiah said this morning when he got to school, all the TVs around the school were playing that clip that we just showed on loop. And I was like, oh man, big man on campus,
He's king for a day. Andrew,
Absolutely.
Appreciate the time, man.
Thank you very much, Cole, and keep up the good work.
Hey, we'll do. That's Andrew Epp, part of the Ad Astra Radio broadcast crew for Buhler High School, and our proud parent moment, as we'll call this segment, one more time.
First miss at the stripe tonight. Hutch has been very good at the free throw line in this game. Jalen makes the second. 2-point game, 64-62. Asher to inbound.
Go.
Gets it off to Isaiah. 4 seconds. Isaiah
that,
pulls
buddy.
up for the win.
Yes, sir! Attaboy! Attaboy, Isaiah!
Wow!
What a finish.
That's my kid! Let's go, Isaiah!
Wow. Wow.
Glad I came back for that, boys.